resurfacing Pacific Avenue from Marsh Lane all the way to Hammer Lane and Thornton Road from Hammer Lane to El Camino Avenue. And so if you guys are in that area, they're going to be resurfacing that. And then the last time it was done was 17 years ago, so it doesn't seem that long ago. But, yep, speed limits are going to be 25 miles an hour. So if you guys are moving through that area to get to your that's kind of like smack down in the middle.
Yeah, please be careful, people. Don't go quick. Don't go too fast.
Don't try to cut people off.
Yeah.
Don't merge and try to pass them on the right.
I can't
because
stand
they may be making that right turn.
Yeah, and then you don't want to scare the construction people working, even though you don't. They're so used to that probably. But you hit one of them, that is some time. You're doing some time. You're doing some time. I don't know how much it is, a minimum like 5 years of if you hit a construction worker with a car.
I'm going to have to look that up.
I know around Midwest, Illinois, Missouri, you do time. There's no papers. There's no...
I know there's like a very heavy fine and fee that goes along with that as well. Whereas like already if you get a ticket in a construction zone area, that's a double.
What?
Yeah, so like whereas like if your ticket was like $300 for speeding, it'll be $600, and so that's being in a construction zone. But then like if you hit somebody, like let me look that up.
Oh man, if you hit somebody, go ahead, call into work because you're not gonna make it. Go ahead, call in the next year, next couple years. Call a lawyer, which we actually have a law firm right next to us, guys. So if you're out there hitting construction workers, hit them up, keep them busy. So they're off.
Don't hit people. It will ruin your life.
Really, really. You know, I have a friend who, this isn't my friend actually. This is a friend's friend, but they went to the hideout the other night. It was a Saturday. The night got shot up, and they were so drunk that they left. And I don't know exactly how drunk they were. You don't have to be too drunk for this to affect you anyways. But she hit somebody. I think she hit somebody while driving, maybe trying to cross, which is something really anybody could do sober, because you know, when the light's green and their light's green, you gotta watch out for them. So if you're just not watching, you could accidentally, you know, there's been times people try to cross and I haven't seen people in the night trying to jaywalk or stuff like that. So it's very possible. So she basically just hit somebody, got caught up, was you know what I'm saying, was a little intoxicated, abbreviated, whatever you want to call it, and inebriated, and is doing some time now. She's gonna do some time off that silly mistake.
Oh, silly! I don't know.
Silly, because I'll hit somebody sober, like straight up. I'm serious. Like at nighttime, like I'll be like double checking not to hit somebody. So even if I've had one beer, a beer and a half, or something like that, and I start driving. Which I do not promote, but if I do, you know what I'm saying, I always get nervous. Cause
road workers and work zones, cone zones, basically it's saying California Driver Handbook, sharing the road. Road workers and work zones are the cone zones, so for anybody who's going to be taking tests anytime soon, you might have questions, but basically...
Taking the driver's test?
Yeah, you know, got the youngsters out here, you know, coming of age. I got a few cousins that have their kids coming of age, so they start driving and stuff, so you know, bringing out those handbooks for them. For your own safety and safety of passengers, remember to pass the work zone carefully, slow down, allow extra following room between vehicles, merge early. Yes, please merge early. I see people, they see their lane is cut off and they still continue down that lane knowing that they can't go anywhere but a left and a right, yet they don't put their blinker on. They haven't yet made a decision. People, think about it. Look ahead. Look ahead. Look ahead,
drivers. Get off your phone. Come on now. That snap will be there when you get to work. That text is going to be there when you get to work. Yeah. That 0 likes is still going to be 0 likes when you get to work.
For drivers changing lanes in the last minute, and avoid distractions while driving in a work zone. Distractions include using your hands-free cell phone. So reading, sending messages, as Marcelis has just mentioned, and operating your GPS and entertainment systems, like your stereos and stuff, of course. And some people got DVD players, so they're operating their DVD players, like trying to get their movie on and whatnot.
Man, okay, so you guys are the ones I dislike the most. DVD players, really? Let me find out you watching Finding Nemo and cutting me off at the same time.
You catch that. Fines for traffic violations in a work zone can be $1,000 or more. Anyone convicted of assaulting a highway worker faces fines of up to $2,000 and imprisonment for up to 1 year.
Oh, that's it?
Double fine zones. Due to increased collision-related injuries and fatalities, certain roads are designated as safety-enhanced double fine zones. Okay, so basically you get double fine zones, move over, slow down. Basically, that's pretty much what it says. You know, you're going to be messing around. You're looking at $1,000 up to $2,000 and some imprisonment up to a year.
Yeah, no driving with your knees. We are all guilty. Stop it.
Oh, I definitely am.
Stop it. You know, I got a friend who'll try and make a turns with me. Like, relax. Like, how good? Like, like, he'll try to use both knees and make a whole right turn. I'm like, okay, the curves, maybe. But come on now. Yeah. Don't.
What are you trying to show?
Hold 90-degree turn with your knees.
I'm all like trying to move my knees right
Probably
now.
not to get that.
Like, hold on. How do you do that? Now I'm practicing. He's got me practicing bad habits and stuff. I'm like, stop it.
Man, what other kind of bad habits you pick up from your friends? Man, our friends be sharing something. Like, yeah, it's okay. Just go ahead and do it really quickly. Like going down the wrong way on
one way. Yeah, just to get real quick.
Yeah, I'm just parked right there.
Name one for example that everybody tries to do that. Oh, I used to live in the West Point Plaza Apartments, and you know that MF liquor store right there, and then you know how it's a one way coming. Okay, so there's two ways to get into the neighborhood. Act like it's a square. On one side of the square, so one way. That's one entrance, and on the other end of the square, it's two ways. You could turn either way. So on the one way one, you could exit the liquor store and like make a left, and it's like 10 feet of that one way before you enter the neighborhood, you know, or the apartment complex. Man, I used to do that all the time. Like, hit that left. Ah! It used to be so scary. Ah! No cars or nothing. Ah! And then boop, you're good. You'd be like,
yeah. Or even if like
so
you
excited.
go out and you have to turn one way, because that reminds me, there's another liquor store over like by Pacific Avenue and Harding Way, where it's kind of by Susie's. If you were to go to the Walgreens, and like if you're coming out the Walgreens, if you go, okay, so if you're coming out the back side of the Walgreens, that's towards the liquor store, and it's a side street right there. If you were to turn left, and you have to turn only right, so you would have to turn right going westbound on the Harding. A lot of people want to go the other way. If they want to go the other way, they literally have to go all the way around. And so some people will they'll go left, and like where it tells you like right turn only, they'll just look at traffic and then like turn the other way. I'm guilty of it. I've done that. If I see no traffic, I mean, I shouldn't really say it, but you know, I'm guilty of it sometimes, because I just need to hurry up and hit that, and I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot. This way turns this way. Like,
no, it's fine. Get off your chest. You know, we need to clear our. we need to ask for forgiveness for our driver's sins.
That's my sins. I'm good.
You know, just learn from them. Don't let it happen again. There's a lot of one ways in Stockton. I'll do that too. Honestly, there's
a lot in San Francisco. Oh my god, it drives me bonkers.
What's the best way to get over those speed bumps though? Those are something else. Boom, boom. Bloom, bloom. You know, the middle ones.
The long ones, or the ones that are broken up?
Those ones, I have two ways. Sometimes I go straight over the middle and try to get your tires as low as possible. And sometimes I kind of go on like a little bit off, and then I just flow over it. I don't know. It's mainly the ones right there off of Benjamin Holt when you enter that neighborhood off of behind McDonald's and the smoke shop and remember where that that pizza place you were talking about over there?
Ben Holt?
Yeah, right when you get off the exit, that's at McDonald's. You know that neighborhood right there behind that? They have those, and I could run over them like lopsided, and I go over them so smooth.
Yeah.
But
I like the ones that are broken up. I don't like the ones that are like
big.
They go
I hate
all the
them.
way across the freaking street.
Yeah, they make my car do too much, and it makes a noise. Bloop, bloop. I'm like, what the?
Well, with your truck, you can just drive in the middle. Right? Yeah, so those are easy. But for you?
I enjoy my truck.
For me, I do one of these if I forget.
You do like the low Hondas? You drive on the diagonal over them?
No, I'm pretty well elevated up as for the Nissan, so I just bloom, bloom. I just hit one of those bloom, 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 bloom. And I go through the neighborhoods like that. Soundtrack music. I'm like, get ready for these. Anytime I'm out Central or over there, I'll be like, get ready for these speed bumps. Beam, 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 beam. Now, one day you're gonna see me out there with a jack, like, taking all the speed bumps out.
Like in the middle of the night, I just want to go like take the mugs off.
They be on you quick.
Yeah.
If you got a way to like, if you were, oh man, look at where my mind's going. My mind's just drifting. But if you got a way to like, stop all the speed bumps, like put a little like a extra long bump on there, and then was like, okay, we're gonna like rob this bank, and then got away out Central through all the speed bumps, dude. You go through perfectly, because you know how you could just lose. Like, dude, be on the lookout, everybody, for somebody to do that, because I just put that out there for somebody.
You know, not to rob a bank, but to, you know, maybe you gotta hurry up and get to grandma.
Maybe you gotta get away from your baby mama because she's maybe you gotta get to your baby's mama's house because she's throwing all your clothes out on the lawn and all your stuff. So you gotta get there in a hurry. So you're like, oh man, and you could, if you have a truck, so you could throw them in your truck, and then while you're driving, you could just get out and lay them down, which is a little time consuming, yes. But then again, if you want to take that route again, it's optionable.
I've seen some people do that, neighbors and stuff doing that. I just like, oh man.
I witnessed. I ain't see nothing. I seen this. I seen some crazy stuff that I was just like, had to turn the other way. Like, ooh, it's none of my business.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been in a situation like that, but I was on the receiving end of it. Yeah, like that whole Medea, you know, that whole Medea thing.
Boy, I'm talking like.
Ever seen Diaries of a Mad Black Woman?
Yeah, I've seen all of them Medeas.
Yeah,
I like them.
Yeah, so I mean, this is a little personal, people, but like I've been in a situation like that where you like packed up my stuff and put my stuff out and like literally like picked me outside. Like I was like, oh, I'm embarrassed.
Outside with your stuff, embarrassed?
Yeah, man, and I was like, what am I gonna? What? I was like, luckily I had just like got this little. I was like, I'm about to get in my car and just leave. Right, I just leave all my stuff there. So, because it was like a dangerous situation. Obviously, it was like pretty physical. Whatever the situation was, I was like, man, that was crazy.
Man, me and my ex used to be running down the west end of Stockton, just arguing. She'd be chasing me. Where's Alice? Some, man, just crazy stuff. Like, she be one time she got my phone, so I'm chasing. I'm like, oh snap, you got my phone. It's about to get real. I need to get her. And then she's like, no. And so she's running down the street with my phone, walking out west, and I'm like, you know, I'm trying not to like.
Because you're in public.
Yeah, I'm trying not to snatch it from. I'm like, ooh, what the? And then she's like, get off me, you know, hitting that get off. Now we're making a scene. Now she's shouting and screaming. She's like, get off me. And then I'm getting into her head because I'm like, well. She's like, there's a puddle of water right there. And she was like, get away before I throw in the water. I'm like, bet you won't. You don't got the balls. And she does it, and I get the phone instantly out the water. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? That was so foolish of you. Like, and now she has nothing to use as leverage. So now I'm walking back home. She's like, come here, chasing me. And I'm running, and then she's running. And I'm like, mommy. I'm like, dang, she's keeping up well. And I'm like, I'm exhausted. And then she stops running after a while. And then I'm just walking, and I'm like this is crazy. She's like, give me my phone.
Yeah, that is definitely not a situation I'll ever find myself in again.
Oh, man, dude. I'm not gonna say that I'm a young man. I don't know. Sometimes it's unpredictable. You know, when you're just so.
That's seeing the signs right there and knowing when somebody's just like, oh, she's gonna go there, or oh, he's gonna go there.
I kind of like the craziness though. I'm not gonna lie.
Have fun with that. There's a lot of people that do. They like the drama.
You know, I'd be like,
There's a lot of people like drama because it's like some kind of highlight of their day or something. I don't know what it is.
I don't like it like that. I just maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe hit me in the face or just I'm playing. Choke me. That's I'm playing. Let's choke each other out a little. I'm playing. No.
I like to spar. That's a little different because then you still get that kind of play and aggression, and you get to have some physical time with your partner or whatnot. So sparring is fun for that.
Yeah, it was totally unhealthy. I mean, I recognize that, but sometimes like being like, shut up. No, you shut up. Like, I don't know. I do not even know what I'm trying to tell our viewers right now. That I am aggressive. person.
Likes the drama, y'all.
I don't like the drama. I like the aggression. You know, I like the build up. I like the.
Well, that's not a positive aggression. I think if you channel it into doing something like, you know, you guys are working out together, or, you know, I don't know, because it's the anger that you're like talking about that causes somebody to choose to not control themselves or allow themselves to like.
Yeah, I mean,
let their anger go.
Jokes aside, yeah, that wasn't healthy. Jokes back on. It was kind of attractive. Like the afterwards, the aftermath.
Alex, do you hear this, Alex?
The joke. Okay, jokes aside, no, that's not healthy. I don't need that in my life. It's stressful. You know, like it's just something not healthy, and I have to look at that and understand that and get better as a person to make sure stuff like that is in my life. Jokes back on, though. The makeup, so all that, like in just the fighting, like I kind of like it because
it keeps a passion going, some kind of energy there that it's just like
no, I kind of like just talking stuff, maybe talking mess, yeah, like
what do you call it, Joneson? No, what do you call it, flaming?
I don't know what it was, but that
Sounds
was
like just like the process.
Probably
that leads to the end result.
No, I did not like the end result. That one was
No,
I mean, I would still like to talk mess with somebody still,
like,
but
like
just
you guys argue and fight, and then you make up. Is that what you?
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but the thing about it is I don't like to do that all the time, you know, and it was constant, so you know. And then it like she couldn't regulate it. Like I could regulate it. Like I could come up to you and be like, "Shut up, you shut up," you know. And we could play or whatever. But no, she was serious all the time. And I was like scared. I was like, "What did I do?" Like a kid. Like what did I do today? Like
here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Exactly. Here we go. I don't want that no more. I don't want to. Here we go. Like. But after I got better, even, and that sucks to have to be in a relationship and like iron stuff out all the time, because now you're wasting your energy on ironing stuff out and making things good and doing this
just for something mediocre.
And you know what? It'd be crazy. Like I'd just iron it out, and it'd be like a makeup, whatever, and then right after that,
just argue again.
Right back to it. And I'm like, what the?
How did we get here?
Yes, how did this happen? Like,
this
look,
is our norm.
And the thing about it, you could like, girls will say anything in bed to you. They'll be like,
"Is that right?"
Yeah, except this. Oh yeah, I'll get those dishes. I'll get those dishes. You know, I'll get those dishes. Yeah, you could do this, Marcelis. You could do that instantly afterward. I don't care. I don't care what I said in the good mood. Like,
oh wow.
Like you gonna renege on?
Yeah.
On what you said?
Well.
That's why I learned, like, you gotta ask girl things outside of being cool with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta ask them in the middle of, like, when they just get off work or something, so you know that's real. Yep, that's real. If y'all both, like, enjoying each other's company and you ask them something, that's not real.
Like Inception, they gotta have that little toy, little fidget toy or whatever they have, just to be like, okay, I do this in the dream. That means I'm in the dream, and if it's like in real life, then it'll like stop. Like he
never seen the movie, but probably.
Oh, Inception's a really good movie. Well, anyway, he spins this little
it's a good movie
piece, and so if it continues to keep spinning in the dream world, it'll just keep going, and if it's in his waking world, it'll like literally stop. It'll do like it's time out, and it'll stop. So he's like, okay, I'm awake. So he knows the difference. So it's kind of one of those things where you got to be like, okay, I'm asking her at this time to make sure, like, okay, that's a real answer this time. Like,
it will always be like, so, like, why'd you get so crazy? And be like, Lane would be good. And she'd be like, I don't know. Oh, I know. I need to get better. Like, we could literally talk about the crazy. Like, I need to get better. But I don't know why you make me so crazy, Marcelis. It's just you. Nobody else makes me like this. I don't even get like this. It's just you. It's just something you do to me. And I'd be like,
okay. I gotta get away now.
Poison. But no, that's fine. I mean, it's just I've only been in one serious relationship my whole entire life. Everything else has just been like flings and friends. Flings and friends.
What's that?
I don't know.
What friends with friends?
Okay.
Friends.
I was just wondering what you meant on that.
Who are also
Yeah.
not ready to do nothing else but be friends. You feel me? Because once you start doing too much, then people start getting crazy again. They're like, "What are you doing?" I know that they start getting crazy once they be like, "Who are you texting?" I'm like, "Oh, whoa. You haven't even met my mom yet. Hold on."
It's time to go.
Yeah. Who? Why? Do you do that, RawNe?
What's that?
Who are you texting? Like type of thing. Who are you texting? When is that appropriate to start asking that question?
If I'm in the middle of a conversation that needs to be had, and obviously they're having a conversation with somebody else, so then it would be like, well, who you're texting that's so important that we can't have this conversation.
That's universal to everybody.
If that be the case, otherwise I could just let them finish off what they're doing and then have the conversation. But if it just so happens that I'm having a conversation, and to me it's like, okay, we have some. I would like to have your undivided attention, whatever the case may be. But then they get a text, and then they want to start answering. Like, okay, well, what's going on there? Because
that's
something
for
obviously
anybody,
is taking precedence. That's kind of rude. It's taking precedence that you would do that, unless you're a multitasker and you know the person is just. We're not.
I
having
think
like
you're
a
answering
serious,
it differently than what he's asking.
A serious conversation.
He wants to know if you're controlling. Are you jealous?
No. I'm not asking that.
Well, that's when it starts to come out.
Like to be like, what's going on your phone? Like wanting to look at things like that, and like, or who
yeah,
you texting because
when does it? I guess what I'm saying, when does that time hit that you're like, okay, that it matters out, like I deserve to know because we're at that point. When is that point? Like, hey, when is that point? Like, who are you texting, Marcelis? Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I really don't, because I'm a pretty trusting.
Or do you never ask?
I'm a pretty trusting person. Unless somebody has given me reason to not trust, but for the most part, I've never really come across a situation like that. I mean, I have, however, that's kind of where my mind will start to be like, okay, now he's texting somebody. Okay, now who's he texting? Or okay, what was that?
So do you dig deep, as in do you communicate, or do you keep it on the slide? Like, okay, I'm gonna watch that. I'm
not quiet like that. I'm about to ask the question.
Oh, I feel that.
We're about to have a conversation because I'm asking a question, and all I'm asking you to do is be honest with me. If you can't be
keep
honest,
it 100, right? Keep it 100.
You don't check the phone or nothing like that?
No.
Check the
I have no need to check a phone, because if that's what's going to be, it's going to reveal itself in time. Because actions and behaviors will be shown, and I'll see like the little differences, little change-ups, and I'm like, oh.
Women are good at seeing those.
I'm an observer. I will observe my people. I'll observe what's going on, and little changes happen subtly, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
tell them.
What about you, Alex?
No, I'm not jealous at all.
Come on now.
No, I will say this. I have morphed into who I am now. I used to be very self-conscious, didn't have a lot of just self-worth. So I thought that every girl would cheat on me.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I can see that.
And so I would,
self-worth being down.
I would do weird things, like, not too weird, but I would, start arguments, just to start arguments and stuff like that.
I seen
just to
myself
see
doing
if
stuff like that.
if they really cared and stuff like that, and just dumb stuff. So now, no, not at all, not at all. You're gonna go, you're gonna go.
Right.
And I think that's the mindset you start to have as you get more in different relationships and just have more experience.
You learn what you want, what you don't want. You learn like what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and as you communicate that to the other person, if they can't respect that, honor that, and remember that, because you obviously ain't that important, because they couldn't remember like something that was important to you.
Yeah.
So if that be the case, okay, obviously, what my boundaries, my guidelines are, and you can't respect them, or have enough respect to remember that, then that's just kind of rude. Like, you weren't taking me seriously, and you think that you could just do whatever you want.
I think I was more let it wait and see back then, just to see, like, I think something's going on, but I'm gonna wait and check it out. It kind of be sly and sneaky with it, but it kind of turned on its head, and then I started looking like the weirdo. Mm-hmm. So now, if I want to know, I'll just ask.
I am gonna say this though. I do have to say though, if like, okay, you said going back to the whole jealousy thing.
What?
Okay, so it's not that I'm like jealous per se.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
No. It's not like I'm jealous per se, but I would like if I'm like the lady. I'm the main lady. So if you have, meaning that there aren't any others, but they want to like being in a social situation where there's other females around, to where I would be sharing the attention and time, right?
What?
Mm-hmm. So like if I'm with somebody, and then we go out into a social setting, and so they seem to be giving like attention to a lot of the other females as well. I don't mind as long as you give me this time, come back and be like, give me just a little bit extra, and then you go back and then put the smiles on their faces, ha ha he he whatever, with everybody.
Like if you went to like his function for his job or something, you didn't know most of the people,
right?
So
type of thing.
You make sure to come back and be like, all right, are you
just
okay?
Just a little extra, and then you can go right back out. It's not even a problem. Or if I come up and approach you, it's not like you're trying to cut me off or ignore me. Like I would be given that attention, and then you kind of go right back to whatever, because I'm not just gonna come and interrupt for any old reason.
I bet. Okay, I hear you on that one, but now I'm about to. There was some Marcel listen to this. I bet you're the type of girl like.
The type of girl.
The type of girl.
Generalize. Like,
look, yeah, the type of girl that like once that happens, like you'll let it happen until y'all get in the car, and then he's gonna be like, "Oh, what's wrong?" And you're just gonna be like, hella quiet, like.
Only if he.
Oh, what's wrong? Nothing's wrong.
Only if
nothing's wrong.
If he had given, like, if I saw that he had given extra attention to any particular person, then that might be a little bit of an issue. But for the most part, if I see how he's treating that person as he is every other woman that he's, interacting with other than me, because I get a little extra.
Right.
I don't have a problem. But if he's giving a little bit just extra to somebody else, then maybe I might question it.
Then we have to. Oh man, what? So how do you handle it then? If he does give some extra, do you sit back or do you tell me like immediately, like, hey, like do you grab him? Like if you're not getting that much attention, or do you wait until you get in the car and like, hey, look, I don't like how you acted today.
Yeah, I will wait.
But you can show it on. Do you see it on your face, like in your body expressions that something's not right?
You can see her thinking about it.
Other people?
Yeah.
No, because I don't want anybody else to know that we may have an issue. Because that's nobody else's business. Because once other people kind of know something like that, then like especially if like other females are like paying attention to like how that I really like that dude, and I'm gonna see how he interacts with this lady, and if they can see just even a little bit of tension or a little bit of something, they're like oh they can like do the whole little
stormy
move,
get the attention, and now they're like ooh I'm getting more attention than her too. Right. So
it's kind of like one of those things where like I'm gonna go ahead and let her have him. I'm gonna let her have all the attention that he's giving her that night, but he better know in the back of his head that if he didn't give me more, or he didn't like, make it to where he showed me that she wasn't having him like that, in essence, that the intrigue or the attention, or he's just very more intrigued and fascinated by the other person, then, that's, yeah. I mean, I don't mind sharing. It's just because I like to make other people feel good. I would like for my partner to do the same for other people as well, to make them feel good as well. So going out and you have to compliment some people and they like that, and I have no qualms with it at all. It's just there's a fine line.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Alice? What
what's my arguing type?
Argument type?
And I don't like to be smothered. I don't like to be smothered either.
Oh yeah. I'm very hands off. With a lot of things.
Transition this into what
she was saying.
That was something different because that's a girl's perspective. Because I know you probably don't.
No, guys get smothered too.
Well,
because what if a girl's by your side all the time and she don't want you? You're trying to just go mix and mingle.
True, I guess a girl could do that and show guys more attention.
Oh yeah.
How do you feel about that?
It's changed. Like I said, back when I was younger, I would say high school, first getting into college, I was more of like, why? I automatically think that something's going on without even asking, and that's my whole problem, I guess, for my whole life, to figure out how to communicate my emotions a little bit better. I've gotten better with it, but I'm still not there. So I would get jealous, but then I wouldn't say anything. And then I would just be mad. Why are you mad? Oh, I'm not mad. Nothing's wrong. But I would definitely be mad about something that I just didn't want to talk about. Mainly because I didn't want to know. I didn't want to be hurt. I already had the negative feeling. I just didn't want it to be confirmed. Right. So I didn't want to bring up the conversation. But it needed to be brought up because it affected everything at that point. So now it's a little bit better. But a lot of things don't bother me either because I understand that
people are people.
People are people. You have to give them space. Everybody is not like me at all, and I'm a little difficult in some things. So I get it. As far as the flirting, I had to come to grips with that because I get called a flirt even though I don't think I am because I'm just, like I said, you gotta say a nice person and you just do it and don't even think about it. So I had to adjust that because I can't get mad at somebody that's flirting and you can tell that's their intention when that's what I do without even thinking about it. So, a little bit more hands off. I don't go through phones. I don't do any of that.
I have to give you
if you're going to leave, you're going to leave. The only thing I say is just tell me. If you don't want to be with me, just tell me and you can go. Yeah. You don't have to keep dealing with me. I'll just go. Right, That's one thing I will do. I will bounce. Yeah, I don't have a problem leaving. Right. That's I'm pretty laid back.
Okay, sweet, cool.
But now, if you would have called me a couple years, first years in college, I was, arguing with my girl at the parties.
Oh, good God.
Yeah, it was dumb. I mean, serious arguments, yelling, everybody screaming. No, I'm not a. People. Yeah, in front of people, and that's what I hate. I would rather nobody know that you guys are fighting, and then you fight at home. That's how I am. It's because I'm quiet, I'm reserved. Nobody needs to know all that stuff. And then once somebody does, like you said, either on both sides, either a guy be like, he ain't treating this woman right. I'm gonna go sneak in over there. Or the same thing with a woman. Oh, I can make him feel better. I'm gonna go talk to him and bring him some muffins. So.
I saw that. Are you okay? I saw that. Are you okay?
Yeah, you good? You good? Yeah, I seen him put his hands on you and your eyes bleeding. I'm playing. Do you need a napkin? I'm playing. A Kleenex?
You know what? That's what I understood. That somebody had told me that the reason why back in the day, everybody wore a handkerchief, or the men kept a handkerchief. The men kept a handkerchief not for themselves, but it was always for like if a woman were crying, he could give her. He could give her something. And that's a nice gesture. That's something very thoughtful. That like literally that was the culture back in the day. People wore suits. They dressed up. They kept themselves well, and they kept a handkerchief. Men kept a handkerchief for the ladies. I was like, that's very sweet. Such chivalry. But I don't know where that all went.
Well,
but I mean,
it's a little hard now.
It's a little bit still around.
Some girls be like, man, I'm an independent woman. I don't need you to do all that.
Yeah,
and some others be like, are you gonna hold this door open for me? Like, it opens by itself.
I'm about to stop holding doors open. If Hillary would have beat Trump, that would have been it for y'all. That would have been it. No more doors. Y'all can hold doors. Y'all can be in the White House. Y'all can hold your own door open. Y'all be proactive. Go women. I'm going to help out all the feminist groups and just hop on top of this.
I mind a guy opening. I actually really enjoy men opening.
There are some eye rollers who, like, it's... Okay,
unless
75% of the girls would be like, oh, thank you. Okay, say 70 would do, oh, thank you. 5% would be like, oh, thank you, but in their mind, like, I could have did that. Oh my gosh. And then let's say the rest of the 20 is like, come on, it's 2017. This, that. I'm like, bam, slam that door in there. I'm like, nah, I just locked the door. I just locked the door and watch them tug on it a little bit. Like, what's wrong with this? Yeah, it's locked.
I do appreciate people opening doors. But like if I get there first, and I don't mind opening the doors, not a problem. Anyways, we still haven't got to our weather and traffic, which we do want to bring to you guys today.
Yeah, but we'll go ahead and take a quick break. We've been at it for a minute. Relationships by Marcelis.
RawNe and Alex.
That wasn't even the part though we got to. We still need some callers in for the next segment coming up. It's not gonna be a next segment, maybe the next one. So viewers viewing it right now, we'll take calls at 209-985-1459. 209-944-5987. That is 209-944-5987. And what we want here is, how do you, the viewers, flirt? How do y'all get down? What do you say? What is your pickup line? This one I used on Renee when I first met her. I ain't know her. I ain't know her like that. I was like, how much does a polar bear weigh?
Yes. And I said, I don't know.
Enough to break the ice. My name's Marcelis Flores. and then it worked, because she blushed like that. But then I was like, oh, we work together. I gotta. We work together. I gotta tone it down a little bit.
We'll see.
So then I was like, how much do baby polar bears weigh? I'm playing. Enough to break the ice gently. Tone it down. Okay.
All right. This is KXVS, Rise and Shine 209 Morning Show. Alex, Marcelis, and RawNe. We'll be back after this.
Be back.
Live in the flesh. KXVS Radio, the voice of Stockton. KXVS 90.